Good afternoon. This is Keith Brown with Commodity Consulting in Moultrie, Georgia, with some commodity comments for Friday. It's about 12:15 Eastern Time, a little early, I guess, but I think the markets are going to just kind of hang out where they are. We had, of course, a very destructive trade this week in cotton. We dropped 10% in 2 days, and all that blood lies on the hands of the speculators. A week ago, we had very positive USDA numbers. They took those numbers, sort of hijacked the market, really built a huge net long position. But as we got above 92 cents, 93 cents, there was no really fundamental justification. Merchants couldn't sell cotton. No one was buying cotton. And so we started down, and then we cascaded down. And the end result was the fact the market went from this week we had a high of 93.5 all the way to a low of 84 cents. Right now we're trading around 84.40. So it's certainly back to the drawing board for the cotton market, I suppose. We'll have to see if we can dig in here, build some value, and try to encourage a little bit of foreign buying. One plus was that China was a buyer of cotton last week. There was a big fear that we might see cancellations on yesterday's weekly export report, but that was not the case. Over in the grains, new weather concerns have come back in. The farm tour ended yesterday and really touting big corn yield, as well as potentially big soybean yield. But today, corn's up a nickel. Beans are up 30 cents. There was several weather forecasts we saw that talked about it could hit over 100 degrees around Labor Day. That would be a very crucial time for beans since the crops are running behind. They're potting later than normal, so 100 degrees could be pretty destructive. I would say for the corn crop, most of the corn in the eastern corn belt is, I'm sure, made. There can be still some loss in there, but it's the western corn belt that is of the great concern. And if we were to hit up to 100 degrees up in there, I think that would certainly allow corn to maybe try to get back toward the $5 area. But, up in there, who's kidding who? We're going to have a huge, if not record, corn crop, and most likely a bean crop. So that's something to really keep in mind. If I were a producer on this last little hurrah to the upside, I'd be looking at pricing, some cash pricing, some production. The wheat market, I'm afraid, is just really looked better a couple of weeks ago, but it's just gotten very docile. I think the fundamentals are still decent for wheat. I think wheat can still rally, but right now there's just too much concern about what's happening over in Egypt. They're a big wheat importer. And so pretty soon, I think once we get into the harvest of corn and beans, we could see wheat start to rally and do a little better. Anyway, let's see what next week brings. Have any questions or comments, give us a call, 1-800-910-1910. Thanks for listening.